Jill here, Special Needs Mom Talks. It's Monday. Monday, da-da, da-da-da. And it's raining and foggy, and it's Mercury is in retrograde. So, yeah, it's been kind of a crazy day. Trying to stay on the beam emotionally. Talked about that enough. What am I going to talk about today? How about transportation? Transportation for special needs individuals and the challenges that can create when you live in an area where there is not a lot of transportation, public transportation, and there's not a lot of support to get you to a place where there's public transportation. So, for instance, sometimes you fall between the cracks, and that's what happens a lot, especially as your offspring age close to 21 and over. And it might look like they're not that far off, like it's not that big a deal that, you know, for instance, my daughter and my son that live at home do not have licenses. It's not like they're that old and they can't get them because they're both capable of driving. We're close. My daughter's really close, but we're still not there yet. So that, and you're researching transportation and any possible way you can get them from point A to point B. And a lot of times, for instance, if you live in a small town where there's not like access, it can be tricky. For instance, I drove my daughter to and from her community college for 2.5 years because we fell through the cracks. We researched everything. And I mean, we kept trying the whole time she was in school. And, ride share, whatnot. Public transportation was actually available in the city where her school was, but it didn't come far enough our way. And there was just really no options. And people were just really dumbfounded by that. And a lot of gaslighting going on over that. Like, what the heck? You could do that. I mean, anyways, I'm just giving an example of where you might think that it would be something that you could work out, and it just doesn't happen. So I think it's a huge need. I thought for a while, and I was working with my younger daughter who can drive, on this idea of a business where parents and caregivers became drivers, like a junior Uber type thing. And I'm sure there's all kinds of legal loopholes and people have probably tried it, but I think that if we could figure it out, we could help each other out. Even if it was like under the table kind of program, like you drive my kid here, I'll drive yours there. We'll figure this out somehow, some kind of barter system. But all would be highly illegal, of course. But these are the things that we're forced to think about and want to do because our back's up against the wall and there is no options, and we're forced into systems and societies where people don't understand that, or where the systems themselves don't understand their massive cracks. So, if you are a parent caregiver and you have younger kids, start thinking about this now and buckle up your seatbelt and get ready to drive. I mean, we obviously as parents drive our kids a lot of places before they get their licenses, but there's this huge sense of relief when they finally get them and a little terror, but and that doesn't always happen for those with, epilepsy, for instance, which has kept my kids back. If they have seizures within the 6 months of, when they're going to get their license, they can't drive. So they have to wait another 6 months, seizure free or whatnot, and all kinds of stuff like that. So in the meantime, I'm going to bitch about it on this little video. And I'm asking anybody out there if they have these similar problems. And, again, another discussion starter. How can we make this work? Hope you're having a decent Monday, and I will be back at you tomorrow.